Jobber Wrestling Corner, episode 46, WWE SummerSlam 2017.
Welcome back to Jobber Wrestling Corner, the show that's been gone for so long we don't even know how to do this fucking show anymore.
Do we?
I don't fucking know. I'm one of your hosts, Sario, Lovell.
I'm Scott Action Jackson, and after about 3 going on to 4 months?
I've been broke because I had no job. I finally got a job, and I got some goddamn money, and I haven't had time to come over to get shit caught up, but now I'm here because fuck you, we do not miss SummerSlam. It's one of the big four.
Yeah, one of the main four.
We gotta do it.
Hey guys, I know you're about to get your podcast on, so I'll be quick. If at any time you feel like dropping your own opinion into what we're talking about, head on over to fandomnight.com, and all of the contact information for every single one of our shows, including the one you're about to watch, is there. Alright guys, I'll leave you alone.
Speaking of the big four, so there were 3 kickoff matches that we're not really going to talk about. We're just going to breeze through real quick.
Breeze through.
Yeah, breeze through. There was a Formula 409 match. I'm sorry, 205 Live.
Championship match.
Cruiserweight
championship match.
There was
SmackDown Tag Team Championship match.
There was the other tag match though. There was the 6-man tag. Which,
Yeah, there was a 6-man tag.
And both of those, they were I mean, all right. Then you get to the other tag match.
Yeah, the SmackDown Tag Team title match was...
Should have been on the main fucking card.
Yeah.
In typical goddamn fashion, way to go, WWE. I've been gone for 5 fucking pay-per-views.
Yep.
And the only thing that made this bearable was the fact that Team 4-Star was actually, streaming themselves, watching it, and giving their own thoughts and opinions. So you could look at the fans saying shit, and listen to them say shit, as, Lanny and Taka are talking about it. Excuse me, Nick and Curtis, because they're trying to go to their Christian names and not their intranet names. But anyway, so Nick, Lanny, and Curtis, Taka, were busy talking over it, and we were all having fun being like, for fuck's sakes, why does this shit need fucking 2 hours of kickoff when they can't even fill 2 hours worth of kickoff? About
2 hours.
Yeah, a good half hour of that shit is fucking commercials. It's like, what the fuck? But then we get into the main bits of the pay-per-view.
Yeah, the main pay-per-view itself, the first matchup is John Cena versus Baron Corbin. And
Corbin gets buried.
But Cena hasn't won in 7 SummerSlams?
Yeah, it's like the last 7 years he hasn't won a fucking match at SummerSlam.
Since the Nexus main event.
Yep.
And more or less, from what I've heard, that's the reason.
Yep.
But yeah, this was kind of a surprising jerker.
Look, for a curtain jerk, this was perfect. Especially because Cena is probably still fucked up from being dropped on his head by Nakamura.
Oh, probably because how often Baron Corbin was taunting the crowd and stuff.
Yeah, and Corbin was working the crowd more than he was working Cena.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that was a matter of Cena just kept being like, work the crowd, give me a minute. Like I said, I think Cena was still a little bit fucked, so he wanted to be a part of it, so they were like, okay, cool, you guys can be the curtain jerk.
And even the crowd was going on with it too, asking, where's your briefcase?
Yeah, because Corbin cashed in that shit, which apparently he had to cash in his money in the bank because he was an asshole on Twitter.
And it was a stupid way that he lost.
Yeah,
very stupid. He got rolled up. But as far as this he got buried. F.U.
Yep.
Pinned.
No, not the FU, it's the AA, because we gotta be with the... Otherwise, we're gonna lose all our fucking Mattel Play School money for all of our children's toys. So it can't be the FU anymore, goddammit. Not allowed to fucking swear, you motherfuckers. We'll lose our goddamn sponsorships for all our fucking toys. Stop swearing.
So instead of saying F you, you're saying fucking sponsorship. Blah, blah, blah.
Hey, this is in the boardroom. They're not on camera. They're in the boardroom saying, you cocksucker motherfuckers need to quit swearing. Because I'm goddamn Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and I need some goddamn money for some Viagra so I can keep it up. Anyway.
Second match.
Which apparently we learned it's actually not Vince's fault. It's the other guy who's in charge of WWE. I can't think of his name right now. But anyway, because he's the retard who said that we need to stop calling them wrestlers and start calling them superstars, and they're not women's wrestlers, they're
Sports
divas
entertainment.
and sports entertainment and all that. Yeah, it was the other guy. It wasn't actually Vince. However, because Vince still runs the day-to-day on who needs to be doing what storyline-wise.
Oh, plus his list of stuff that you should be saying and shouldn't be saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Grandpa needs to just go pop a couple Viagras, and here's Maurice. Miz isn't using her right now.
Well, yeah,
just,
he was in the kickoff a bit.
Yeah.
By showing her off, that's it.
But anyway, so here's Maurice and fucking Lana. Hopefully one of the two of them will give you a heart attack, along with your blue pill. And speaking of the women, on to the second match.
The SmackDown Women's Championship. Talking about blue and women.
Yeah.
Naomi was defending her championship against Natalya and lost the title.
Yep.
Natalya's finally won a championship, which she hasn't done in a long while.
Yeah, it's kind of true. And Naomi was fucking hardcore bawling her eyeballs out at the end. She's like, "Oh my god, I lost the title," and like real tears and shit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, she can act. Holy fuck, she can actually act. That means she has a skill set where she can leave this shit fucking company and go do other shit that'll make her good money.
I kind of found it weird that they gave the title to Natalya, considering that she's been training for weightlifting.
I think it's more one of those things where they finally gave her the title because they knew she was ready to leave, and they wanted to keep her around because she's kind of like the locker room mom.
Yeah, she kind of has been.
Or at least from what I heard, she's kind of like the locker room mom.
And then again, there's Carmella in the background at some point wanting to cash in her Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so that probably does lead to that fucking rivalry.
Which might happen at a SmackDown or the next SmackDown pay-per-view. Which...
You mean No Mercy?
No, that's Raw.
Oh yeah, no, you're right.
So the next SmackDown... Actually, the next one we'll probably see with SmackDown might be Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then we get to the third match, which was a new KFC commercial. Where HBK... It's HBKFC.
Hashtagging.
Yeah. Because they literally got like 30 people to dress up as the Colonel, including R-Truth, who just walked out, and they were like, "Don't tell me you're here for the fucking audition." And he's like, "What audition?" "Well, why are you dressed up like Colonel Sanders?" And he kind of looks around like, "What do you mean? I always dress like this."
And then that one guy, it was dressed up as a chicken, not a Colonel Sander.
Shit, what's his name?
The guy with kids and stuff.
Yeah, I can't think of his name right now, and that's kind of irritating. Yeah, there we go, Slater, yeah.
And then we had Becky Lynch dressing as a Colonel Sanders, like, why can't we have a woman Colonel Sanders? It's like, really?
I ain't gonna fucking argue with it.
No, I say really because the whole issue the internet's been having with the Doctor from Doctor Who being a woman now. It's like,
yeah, I know. That's why I'm like, whatever. They're getting political by selling chicken to the world. But anyway, so let's move on to the third actual match, which was Big Show versus Big Cass.
With Enzo Amore in a shark cage.
In which Enzo comes out first and runs his mouth, which is what he's good at, and then Big Cass starts to come down, and Enzo wants to fuck his shit up. But the ref literally just picks up fucking...
picks up Enzo.
He picks up Enzo like he's a fucking kid and puts him in fucking timeout in the cage and fucking locks it up. And then they put him up, and then, well, it's the Big Slow. And then there's a bunch of boom, boom, pow. Followed by Enzo stripping butt naked.
Almost.
Pulling a bottle of baby oil out of his pants. Lubing himself up. Pulling out a pair of gloves.
For some reason.
And sliding the fuck out of the... I think he put on the gloves so he wouldn't fuck up his hands. Because that is one of those stupid, like, steel grates that you would put down on, like, a barbecue grill.
Now, it was weird that you were talking about how he could easily have slipped out.
Yeah, he could have easily slipped out. But then they decided to be smartasses, and he fucking lubed himself up with baby oil.
Lubed himself up.
Yeah, but then he's hanging there from the cage, and Big Cass is just looking at him like,
even I'm going big boot.
Yeah, just do the big boot, man. But Cass is literally looking at him like, "Are you ready to drop so you can take this?" And he's like, "No, not yet." "How about now?" "No, not yet. Let me hang for a minute." motherfucker, all I gotta do is lift my fucking foot and I can kick your ass off this cage. Just do the spot. And he's like, okay, fine.
Just do the
So he finally lets go, hits, fucking stands up, big boot, fucking Cass gets that look in his eye like fucking Strowman does whenever somebody mentions the word cupcake. Yeah, he's just... And then hits Big Show, 1, 2, 3, done.
Actually, I think he hits him like 2 times with the big boot.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I think it's 2 times with the big boot and then pins him.
I don't know, I can't remember, because like I said, I was busy watching Twitch and reading the comments every now and again when it was slow and boring, and I didn't give a fuck. So up until my phone beeped and was like, oh, you're at 15%, I literally watched Twitch all the way up until, was it the 6th match? I think it might have been the 6th match.
But,
because it was at about 8:30.
Speaking of getting bored and slowing down, you stepped outside.
I stepped outside to smoke because they were showing all the promos and shit for Orton versus Rusev, which was the next match. And apparently, while I'm outside smoking a half of a cigarette, which means it took me 2 fucking minutes to walk outside, smoke the smoke, I'm sitting there watching Twitch still. Taka's talking because Lanny left and like right about the point where fucking Enzo starts to slip out of the fucking cage. Lanny left to go run up to the fucking gas station to get up snacks and shit. So he missed the end, and he was like, I didn't give a fuck, whatever. So I go outside to smoke, as Orton's coming down to the ring, and I'm, watching the Twitch and smoking, and all of a sudden everybody goes, up, Rusev got buried. And somebody goes, man, Lanny missed the entire match, and I was like, apparently I did too, because I just stepped outside to smoke. Who the fuck won?
Yeah, I was taking a piss when Randy Orton was coming out. I came back, and Rusev was towering over him, waiting for the referee to start the match, and next thing I know, miss, RKO, pin.
Yep. So it was literally a 30-second match. It was like fucking Rusev fucking walks out. I guess Orton went out to go to attack him. Fucking Rusev returned the favor, threw his ass into the ring. And then, whoop, out of nowhere, done.
Yeah,
because all of a sudden Taka stands up and he starts, miming digging a hole, and it's like, yep, Rusev got buried. Okay.
It's like, okay, it's bad enough that the last match should have been on the kickoff. Now this one should have been on the kickoff instead.
Yeah, fucking exactly. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not too worried.
Next up is the 5th match of the show. The Raw Women's Championship between Alexa Bliss defending against Sasha Banks, and
Sasha walks out peacocking. She's wearing like some gold fucking tracksuit that apparently her old man who works in the costume/props department for WWE fucking made up for her.
And she's having to hold that thing.
Yeah,
up.
she's literally having to hold like the back piece up that's literally supposed to be like golden pitchfork type of things that are supposed to be for like a peacocking thing.
Oh, and while she's taunting and stuff when she's about to get in the ring, let's go to the announcers out in the ringside fan area instead.
Yep, exactly.
It's like, really?
Funaki #1! Anyway.
It's like they go through like 4 announce members, and it's like, we'd rather be looking at Sasha Banks.
Yeah, it's kind of true. But then out comes fucking Alexa Bliss, a.k.a. Harley Quinn knockoff, a.k.a. Super Harley Quinn knockoff, seeing as how she's the entire commercial for No Mercy.
Well, at least the one they showed during the show.
No mercy, no mercy, 1, 2, Freddy's No Mercy. I'm like, for fuck's sakes, you idiots. But anyway, so there's a lot of boom boom pow, fucking Alexa's kicking Sasha's ass.
It was a nice
Sasha
match.
starts to make a comeback. Alexa's like, nope, fuck on you. And then Sasha ends up bank statement 1, 2, 3. Well, tap, because,
Tap.
Yeah.
But,
by the way, we're only speeding this up because it's hotter than a motherfucker for 1, and 2, it's like 10 o'clock. I'm supposed to be in bed sound asleep because I got to wake up at 6:30 in the morning so I can be to work at 8. Now, some of you are like, why the fuck? I usually got a lot of shit I got to do in the morning.
And Seth's job.
Yeah, for work.
Anyway, on to match number 6. The Demon King, Finn Balor versus Bray Wyatt.
Oh, such a good match.
The intros were great.
Yeah, the intros were fucking great. Look, the best part of this entire match, because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is one of those matches that you're gonna have to watch. I'm already telling you, this is the second best match on the card. Okay, and when it comes down to this fucking match,
It's like mind games against mind games.
well, not only is it mind games against mind games, but like the only part I'm gonna spoil is literally the dumbass eater of cake decides he's gonna do his little hold the corners and fucking look at you upside down, but his hands slip and he slams right on his fucking head.
But he's laying down.
He's laying down and he's like, I just fucked that up royally, didn't I?
And then he just...
And all of a sudden, he's literally laying there for like 30 seconds like, did I just fuck up? I think I just fucked up.
I'll improvise.
I'm going to be on Botchamania, aren't I? Fuck it. And he literally throws his arms up and he does the fucking crab walk.
Or starts to.
To which Balor literally just like
Pushes up.
push up, like shoves himself up straight to his feet. And kind of looks like, motherfucker, no. And then finish. In which case,
Yeah, Finn
Balor wins.
His demon...
Fatality.
His demons won. Actually, the sad thing is, since the No Mercy in October is a Raw pay-per-view, that would have been, in October, perfect place for the Demon King to come out.
Right.
Especially for being around Halloween.
Right. But fucking...
but because of this feud thing.
Well, not only because of the feud thing, but then there are fucking... Taka and Lanny were both sitting there being like, yeah, I could kind of see it where, Wyatt's going to start this shit where it's going to be like, see, that's why I was here. Sister Abigail brought me down here to make sure that demon comes out more often. You need to release the demon, boy. Release the demon. Yeah, release the demon, boy. Be a part of my family and release the demon. And fucking Balor's going to be like, and walk away. Which, by the way, I held up my middle finger. So I was just going to hold up the finger and then just walk the fuck away. Like, dude, I do what I want.
Speaking of walking away, the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Cesaro and Sheamus versus Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins, a.k.a. 2/3 of the former Shield. And new Tag Team Champions. The former Shield.
Yep. For now.
And one hell of a match.
Yeah. Yeah, this one was another good one. Like I said, it's not too high up there on the list, but it's still pretty up there.
I mean, all that little trust issue they had for a long while, they kind of got rid of at the end of the last Raw.
Yeah.
And it kind of carried over, even though one thing that kind of carries over into the main event, which we'll bring up again, is kind of the color schemes of Ambrose, Rollins, and Reigns.
And New Day.
Well, yeah, New Day too. I mean,
And AJ.
Well, AJ's the Switch.
Okay, look. Fucking
Okay,
New Day
off,
comes out and they literally told everybody that their costumes were supposed to be a reference to the Red Lantern Corps. Which, by the way, you don't want to be a part of that Corps. Yeah, that shit will kill you.
Oh,
that's how you get that power.
All the puking up.
Yeah. First, you got to puke up all the blood in your body, and then it'll come back into your body as rage, which you can then use to create the constructs that all the lanterns use to kill people. But anyway, so they did that, and then Rollins comes down looking like a red Power Ranger.
Well, that and the split between Kane.
Yeah, no, you're right. It looked like he stole up some of Kane's old gear.
And Ambrose just had a red and black shirt.
Yep. And then we'll go ahead and we'll jump ahead to the main event where
Roman Reigns.
Fucking Reigns is running around with fucking red shit, like what do you call it? Red accents to all of his gear. And I was like, huh, okay. But either way, fuck you, I still count AJ because even though he was red on one side and blue on the other like the Nintendo Switch, that's still some nerd shit. So fuck you, it counts.
But it's nerd shit because it's red and blue just like the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
And,
yeah, so video games and comic books. Yeah. So fuck you.
Anyway, speaking of AJ.
Yeah, then the next match is AJ versus Owens, and
Shane McMahon as a special rep for the United States
Actually, that's what I was about to say. And Shane O'Mac comes down first as the ref, and he's literally, for like the first half of the match, calling it, right down the middle, taking no sides, doing everything good.
Until it gets pushed.
Yeah.
And shoved. And
Owen shoves him. Then Owen shoves AJ into him. Then Owen starts poking him in the chest. Then AJ starts poking him in the chest. Then Owens literally starts a fucking shoving contest with him. To which Shane O'Mac is just like, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. Push. AJ says, finish. Done.
AJ Styles keeps his championship, and I think, well, this is one of the only 2 championships that I think stay. Oh yeah, 3. Never mind.
3 people
This
who
is the
stayed
first.
the same.
This is the first championship that stays.
By the way, if you haven't noticed, there's only 3 matches left, and if he's one of 3 that got to keep them, guess what the other 2 outcomes are?
Speaking of championship and next championship, WWE Championship, Jinder Mahal against Shinsuke Nakamura, which...
Okay, look. Mahal kept his title. It was under bullshit, but considering the fact that he's a heel, it's understandable. Now, for all the bullshit that everybody gives Jinder Mahal, he is a good worker. I will give him that. At the very beginning, he was chaining combos, he was doing some classic, fucking, what am I thinking of? Like the actual technical work. He was doing the technical work just fine. He played the heel perfectly. He did he hit every mark on that card that he needed to fucking hit. Until the end, when 2 douchebags jump in and start fucking with Shinsuke, in which case then he does a quick fucking roll up and runs away like a little coward bitch.
Yeah.
But that is still a heel play. Have 2 little bitch boys that are supposed to be your sidekicks. Spirit Squad.
Oh, they had a lot more than 2.
Yeah, I know they did. But you get a couple little bitch boys to jump up on the side and... What are you doing?
Well, I was going to say, this was also happening with Authority, too.
What's going on, huh? What's going on?
But the fact that
And they're like, motherfucker, please.
But the fact that they're endorsing, oh yeah, we're from foreign country, we're superior to you, and blah, blah, blah.
They are from a foreign country. They're from Canada. Canada is superior to the United States.
Gender is, but the other 2 guys, I have no clue.
I think they are too. I would look it up, but my phone is at like 5% battery, and I need that so when I have music to get home. Ooh, 6% battery. Fuck it, I'll look it up.
But in which case, I was like, it would have been nice to see Shinsuke Nakamura win. It would have been nice.
There we are, Singh Brothers. Hold on, 2 seconds. But
what Seth doesn't know is that these 2 Singh brothers have been constantly interfering.
They are Indo-Canadian professional wrestlers. So they are from the Canadias as well. So everybody, yep. Hometown. Burnaby. Yeah. Or no, Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada. So they're in the BC, Scott. Scam BC, Scott. Anyway. But yeah. So once again, they come out and they do the same bullshit that fucking Jinder's uncle fucking did of Great Khali, blah, 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 blah. And, fucking start speaking Punjabi.
But they're actually...
But really, as soon as they get in the back, they're like, walk through the curtain. Hey, man, I'm really sorry, eh? I didn't mean to throw them haymakers like I did. I mean, like I said, I'm sorry, eh? So yeah, like I said, they are from a country that's more superior to America. They're from Canada. They got all that universal health care and shit, which will take care of you.
Yeah.
And they got no taxes. Actually, I take that back. They have higher taxes, but the reason why they actually have higher taxes is because it pays into, the free schooling that they get.
And the healthcare.
And the healthcare, and the police's salaries, which are why most Canadian cops are a hell of a lot better than American cops, is because American cops still have to pull fucking fundraisers and shit like that to pay for their own fucking precincts, and at the same time, they're also not taught to, shoot first, ask questions later.
Speaking of shooting first and asking questions later, the main event, the fatal 4-way for the WWE Universal Championship, Braun Strowman versus Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns against Brock Lesnar.
You're close. It's Brock Lesnar.
And the shocking thing is, with all the clusterfuck awesomeness that happens, Brock still has the championship.
Yeah, so I figured Brock wasn't going to get it. I figured it was either going to Joe or Strowman, but...
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping for Joe.
Okay, look, let's do it this way. So, out comes Strowman first. Then I figured it'd be Reigns, so that way then Joe could, stop the...
Let's get all the booze
stop
out.
the booze. But no, it goes Strowman, then it goes Joe, then it goes Reigns, then it goes Lesnar. And then everybody's standing in the corners. Dumb bitch ring announcer didn't wait for everybody to finish. One fall!
And...
Yeah. This match is scheduled for one fall.
One fall!
And making his way... I was like, you bitch, you fucking wait. The other guy knows the drill. You shut the fuck up while the fans say one fall. But it didn't matter because fucking when it came down to Brock being introduced, of course, Paulie introduced his ass. But so anyway, so, everybody's sitting there, waiting. Ding, ding, ding. Joe immediately jumps because it's like...
Joe goes straight for
Okay.
Brock.
Okay.
Brock was the upper left.
Far side, yeah, exactly. So upper left was Brock. Lower left was Joe. Lower right was Strowman.
Yeah.
And then the upper right was Dipshit McGee, Roman Reigns. And I call him Dipshit McGee, Roman Reigns. Because Joe immediately, as soon as the bell rings, even though Joe and Reigns are staring at each other like, I'm gonna fuck you up, Joe immediately runs to go get Brock. Reigns takes a half a step like he's gonna go get Brock, and then goes, oh fuck, Joe's doing that. I'm gonna get Strowman.
Oh shit, Strowman!
Yeah, so Strowman's already charging in at him as as Reigns takes like a step at him, and then is instantly met by like a fist by accident, to which they immediately cut the camera to Joe and Lesnar, because Strowman and fucking Reigns are probably sitting in the corner where Strowman's like,
And they're going
Sorry,
outside
guy.
too, so...
yeah, sorry guy, I thought you knew to come to me first. So then there's a whole lot of boom boom pow.
And then it goes
Joe,
outside.
Yeah, Joe and Strowman are thrown out, so all that's left is Reigns and Lesnar. And then Lesnar throws Reigns out, and then Joe hops in. And then Joe gets thrown out, to which case Roman comes back. To then Reigns gets thrown out, to then Strowman comes in. And then Lesnar gets thrown out. And then Lesnar gets thrown again. And then Lesnar gets fucking power slammed through the Spanish announce table.
Yep, Spanish one first.
Then there's a bunch of boom boom pow.
Then Brock
Followed
gets up.
by, because Brock gets up and gets back in the ring. To which then Strowman says, and gets his ass back outside of the ring, to which he power slams him through the American announce table.
And then the crowd chanting, one more table.
To which case then Strowman goes, okay, and he picks up the fucking table from one end, tips it on the side, and just kind of slams it down over, like literally, he just kind of did like he did to the fucking, the ambulance, where he tipped it onto the one side. And then he pushed it the fucking rest of the way, and he was just like, okay, whatever. And then Brock's dumbass didn't brace properly. So he's like, oh god, I'm fucked up. To which then the medical team has to come out, throw him on a stretcher and drag him away, so
Braun's like,
everybody's got a supercell while they wait for this shit to go down.
Oh, also, the Samoans got hit by a flying announce chair.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the wheelie chairs got thrown, in which case Roman Reigns literally, it looked like he took...
either to the bridge or to the eye area.
I want to say he took the actual long part to the bridge, but like the wheel was spinning really fast, and I think it caught him in the eye. So I was like... Whereas Joe basically got caught with the arm of the rolly chair. So it was like,
both of those are really going to hurt.
Yeah, both of those are really going to hurt, but at least with the arm of the rolly chair, one, it's padded, and two, the rolly chair will fucking spin. You know what I mean? Plus, he was smart enough to get his hands up. Reigns tried to put his hands up and then realized, oh fuck, I'm getting the worst part to try to block. I need to like stiff arm the center
or at
of
least
the fucking chair.
Or at least cover your face.
Yeah, in which case he almost did none. So they haul off Lesnar to the crowd cheering, nah, 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 hey, 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 get the fuck out.
And Braun Strowman's like...
So then Strowman grabs up the top part of the steel steps announcer side. So Yeah.
Yeah. And then goes back and forth between the Samoans.
Yep. Hits Reigns first, then Joe, then Reigns, then Joe. Throws the steps in. Fucking throws in Roman. Roman almost rolls his own dumb ass into the fucking corner of the steel steps where the V is.
Yeah.
To which case he knocks those the fuck over.
He hits Braun with the V part.
Yeah, and then
first.
he hits Braun with the V part in the side of the fucking head.
Payback, bitch!
Yeah. Hits him again, only this time with the side of the steps. Hits him again with the side of the steps. Throws him the fuck out. They almost crush fucking Roman's leg. And almost roll up and hit him square in the dick, which that would have sucked. They keep hitting me in the dick. Why do they keep hitting me in the dick? But anyway.
And then Joe and Roman have a little clusterfuck.
Yeah, they have a bit of a clusterfuck because Joe finally gets Strowman out of the ring. So then they have a back and forth, to which case then Strowman gets back in and starts up on Reigns again. To which case Lesnar comes running back down from the back because they shot him in the ass with his steroids.
Or at least turned on muscle or something.
Yeah, or cracked his arm back into place or whatever the fuck was wrong. Because like I said, dipshit literally put like one arm across the middle of his chest and like cupped his balls instead of like doing the X block, which is what he should have done. So that way then as it comes down...
Which he did the X after.
Yeah, exactly. Then he does the X after like, I'm fucked up, somebody get me out of here. Like, you dumbass, it's your own fucking fault. So he gets back down, there's a lot of boom boom pow, fucking Reigns keeps hitting everybody with fucking Superman punches. Strowman starts power slamming everybody. Joe finally hits fucking Reigns with the Kakita clutch. To which case, Lesnar says, nope, done with that shit.
And then he hits an F5 onto Roman. And
he hits an F5 off Roman. Well, no. He hits an F5 off of Joe, and then onto Joe. Then Roman gets in and breaks it up. Then he hits the F5 off Reigns. To which case I'm like, okay, here comes Strowman. Nope. 1, 2, 3, Lesnar. Peace, I'm out, bitches. And speaking of peace, I'm out, bitches, it's time for that 3 count.
Yep, let's do the 3 count. First, 1. Worst match of the night.
Fuck.
I think I know where
Curtain jerk. No, I take that back. The shark cage match, because there was no energy in that whatsoever. You have Big Cass going up against Big Show
with
Enzo being the only one showing any form of anything
with a broken hand. Big Show again.
Yeah, broken-handed Big Show,
which is like the 2nd or 3rd time within his career. In the
4th actually. Because that's how that 3rd time, that's how he got the KO punch, was because he Cowboy Bob Orton'd every fucking buddy because he had that fucking cast on his arm, so he just said, and then they moved it down to being the fucking soft cast, and he kept going, and then afterwards there's no cast, and you just say, and I was like, why the fuck do you keep doing the knockout punch? It's like, because it's easier on my legs and my shoulder, and it's like, alright, fair enough.
Yeah, it's easier than the choke slam.
Yeah, fair enough, my dude.
To me, I'm probably gonna go with the same thing with the 2 big guys facing off, because it's like
the only other thing that even comes close, other than the kickoff matches, which I'm not going to count those because they're not main card.
Yeah.
But the only other thing that comes close would be the curtain jerk. But considering the fact that it was the curtain jerk, I could be a little bit more lenient on it because its job is to get the crowd hyped. And when you have John Cena down there, who everybody's booing, but then you have Corbin who's down there fucking riling up the crowd to make Cena look more like a face, so that when Cena wins, oh look, I broke my streak. Yeah, against fucking Baron Corbin. He's a good worker, but for fuck's sakes, man.
Aside from the big verses, I was going to hit more towards Orton versus Rusev, considering how quick that match was.
Yeah, but fuck Rusev. No offense, he's going up against Orton. Rusev is good. He's a decent worker. He's not Randy Orton fucking levels of card level. Orton can run from mid-card to main event, and the only reason why I'd give him mid-card is if he's fighting somebody who's a mid-card. Rusev is a fucking mid-card. That's why they were 4th on the fucking list. The only reason why they got beat out by the Women's Championship is because that's a fucking title.
Yeah. Which, technically, I kind of wish all the titles had to stay on the card.
Yeah, no shit. They could have moved this stupid fucking shark cage match to the kickoff, and I wouldn't have given a flying fuck.
Actually, it would have been the same thing for you with the Rusev-Randy Orton match, considering how quick it was.
Oh, no, I would have laughed my ass off. From what I heard, that was funnier than fuck.
Anyway, let's go to the second one. 2. Best match of the night.
Scroll down towards the bottom.
Yeah, let me zoom out a bit.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I think...
Okay, so it's either that Fatal 4-Way, or it's that fucking, you might need to go up one more. There you go. Balor versus Wyatt. I can't pick. They were both good for 2 different reasons.
Well, if you can't pick, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick. And actually, the weird thing is it's neither of those.
Really?
It's the Raw Tag Team Championship.
Fair enough. I'll give you that one.
Because it had great spots for a tag team match.
Yeah.
And a reunion of sorts, again. Even though we've seen the Shield reunion off and on.
Yeah,
but not on this level.
It's kind of been teased, but yeah.
But yeah, for me, I'm going with the Raw Tag Team Championship match for the match of the night. Although I do put the Fatal 4-Way as a second.
Mm-hmm. You know what? It did its job where it's supposed to. Like, that main event was exactly what it needed to be for a main event.
It was a main event.
That's how you're supposed to close the show. Is everybody supposed to be losing their goddamn minds already from, the show being as good as it is. And then you get to there, and it's like the roof is supposed to come the fuck off, and everybody's supposed to be leaving just thinking about your main event, being like, oh my god, that was the greatest fucking thing ever done, and they did it.
And oh my god, Brock still has the title.
Yeah, which that's a little kind of like your bullshit with fuck that Jinder Mahal thing. He shouldn't have kept the title.
Jinder Mahal ending bullshit.
Yeah, but which like I said, I get that. It's a heel ending and it's a bullshit heel ending. But at the same time, at least Lesnar went down swinging. I'll give him that.
Yeah, with the Lesnar one, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah. I didn't expect them to give him the fucking title again, because that means we're not going to see this motherfucking title defended again. Until
maybe Survivor Series.
Yeah, Survivor fucking Series.
If not Mania or the Royal
Rumble. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, fuck you. But I'm giving the best to Balor versus Wyatt.
With the Demon King.
Yes, just because it was good. It was really fucking good. Like I said, up to this point, I was still trying to watch fucking Twitch. And then this one came on, and I was like, you know what? My phone's about to gonna die. Fuck this, I'm gonna watch this, because this is good.
So, now on to the final, the third. 3. Score this mofo.
Because I was watching Twitch throughout most of the fucking pre-show, so I had something to entertain myself other than, hi, we're a bunch of has-beens and hacks who don't know how to do jack or shit, but because we've been with this company for so fucking long and we've basically kissed Vince McMahon's ass, both literally in the middle of the ring back during the kiss my ass days of the Attitude Era, and the New Age kissing of the ass days, where I'm a woman, let me flash you my titties.
Which, with some of these women, I wouldn't mind.
But, ooh, shit. Still at 6%. Nice. So that was for that. Plus, at the same time, the boring parts, like fucking Enzo bullshit. The SmackDown women's match, which even though it was a great fucking match, there was a lot of downtime in that. The curtain jerk, I almost didn't even watch. I was just like, fuck it, I'm reading fucking comments on Twitch.
Plus the what the fuck Orton versus Rusev.
Orton, I was outside smoking, so I can't really comment one way or another, other than apparently it was fucking absolutely hilarious that it was that quick. Especially because they're always trying to build up Rusev.
Shovel!
Shovel! Yeah, Rusev M greatest. Rusev used magic.
RKO.
Yeah, RKO done. It's like... So, I mean, the fact that I missed it does kind of suck, but at the same time, apparently, I didn't miss much. So, I mean, again, they got the curtain jerk right, because it's supposed to be something quick and cheap and whatever the fuck. They got the main event right. Some of the shit in the middle could have been moved around. Like I said, Big Cass could have been moved to the fucking kickoff, and the fucking the tag team titles could have been moved up. Not the fucking 6-way, but the actual tag team titles.
SmackDown.
Yeah.
The SmackDown tag titles.
3.7. Don't get me wrong, I suppose if I actually would have watched every single fucking match and had more to say other than here's a little bit of bullshit because it's almost 11 o'clock and my ass should be in bed fucking sound the fuck asleep. Because I'm not going to want to get up in the morning, I already know this.
For me, I'm probably going to have to go with maybe a 4.4?
Really?
Yeah.
That good?
Because it's one of the major four and they did try to pull all the stops as much as they could.
Right, I'll give you that.
But, there's like so much more they could have done with it, but there's so much they couldn't do.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, another thing I should bring up on here is that I was kind of hoping to have Shane in on this. Shane McCree, the proto guy from our Fan Night group.
He's been watching the wrestling with Spencer Robertson Kage, who used to be a guest host with us. He hasn't really come around that often anymore.
Yeah.
But he's been watching it over at Spencer's house. And he said that he might join us, which hopefully next time he does, because no offense, Scott, this place is hotter than motherfucker. I'm in goddamn soup over here.
During the summer, it's really hot. But, plus more room at Shane's place.
Oh, yeah, there's that too.
But, hoping to get Shane in on one of these pretty soon. And because of how far we've been behind on these, we're going to go back.
Yeah, we need to go back.
We're going to go backwards.
To the past
so the next
and
one
watch some shitty pay-per-views that suck ass.
Well, not quite, because the next one we're doing is the Takeover.
Oh, okay.
So it's not quite that shitty. After that, maybe.
Between 4 and 4.5, I can already guarantee it. You want to know how I know? That's how I know.
And that's a 3 count.
And, well, technically that was a fart, but overall that was a 3 count.
Hey guys, did you like that podcast? If so, remember to check out fandomnight.com. At fandomnight.com, you can drop a line to this show, or you could check out other podcasts as well. We cover all kinds of topics, everything from comic books, wrestling, movies, TV shows, video games, animes, mangas. It's outrageous. We seem to have a podcast for just about everything, and you have access to it just by going over to fandomnight.com. So, check it out, guys. We're going to get out of here.